Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening and good night to you lovely folks joining me here nice and early over at Marvel Snap Zone. Welcome back to possibly the most exciting update we've had for Marvel Snap since the game released globally just over 1 month ago. It is time for some serious updates, some brand new cards, collector's tokens finally making their way to us, and all kinds of other goodies coming with the upcoming patch just before the Power Cosmic Season Pass takes effect. So there's a lot of information to digest here. There's a lot of things people want opinions on and want to talk about. So we've decided we're going to create a preparation guide, everything you need to do before the patch drops to give you an idea of what we think the best things you could be trying to do right now in preparation for this huge update are. If you enjoy this kind of content, you want to see more of this informative style stuff, make sure you subscribe to us down below, press the button, turn on notifications, and make sure you don't miss anything that we're doing over here at Marvel Snap Zone. Alternatively, leave a comment down below if you want to let us know exactly what we're doing that you like so we can keep doing more of it. So, gonna break this down bit by bit, so don't panic if you miss anything. I guess above all else, if you do want the article version of this guide, it will be available for you in the description box down below, so go and check it out down there if you like. But we're gonna start things off with a real basic one, honestly. What are you expecting to do as your primary function, or primary priorities, we should say, heading into this pass? You know, what are the things as general bullet point goals that you should be looking to achieve depending on where you are? So, try and reach either collector level 1000 or collector level 3000, depending on, you know, where you are currently, as soon as possible. Now, there's a reason for that we'll go into very shortly. It's to do with the amount of gifted collector tokens you're going to receive once the patch drops if you're already at that point. If you can, save yourself up 5,000 credits. This is going to be to do with being able to upgrade cards as soon as the patch drops to earn yourself more caches that will have new content, so no boosters and collector tokens instead. You're going to want as many credits as you can to spend to upgrade cards once the patch goes live. There are 16 new hard to obtain cards in Series 4 and 5. Okay, we'll get this out of the way now. The official term for the pools of cards we've been referring to for the longest time over here at Marvel Snap Zone appears to be series. The guys at Second Dinner want them to be called series of cards, not pools. So you'll notice in a lot of our content going forward, we're going to be using both interchangeably, possibly both at the same time, and slowly transitioning everything over to Series 4, Series 5, Series 3, so that we're using the official terminology. It's just going to take some time because obviously we've got a lot of stuff to update with that new piece of terminology. We're also made aware there are going to be some potential card nerfs and buffs. In fact, they're very, very likely alongside this patch. Stay tuned for a little bit more about that. The new season will be starting on the 5th of December, featuring a brand new card in the form of Silver Surfer coming at us with the Power Cosmic. We'll have a little bit to talk about him in a few moments as well. So, firstly, I suppose, context for this guide. If you are, you know, unsure about when the next patch is going to be happening, as far as we know, the developers have not given a committal exact release date for this patch, but Ben Brode has gone on record here, and I will bring this up on screen for you now once I can press the right buttons, because, you know, I am technologically inadept. Boop. Wrong one. There we go. Ben Brode has gone on record here as a response tweet to this lovely Twitter user saying very likely before that patch drops. So you can expect all these changes, the token guide, all this kind of stuff to come into effect before the new season, before the Power Cosmic on December 5th. Now, frequently, Marvel Snap patches have appeared on Tuesdays, with the last update happening on a Thursday on November 3rd of 2022. While it's unlikely that we see a patch as early as November 24th, that seems like it'd be quite a quick turnaround, we're kind of expecting to see this patch on either Tuesday the 29th or Thursday December 1st, but again, no committal date on that. That is not a fact, that is just us speculating on when we expect to be seeing this coming to fruition. So, I guess the next thing up, collector tokens. The token shop making its way into the game. Players finally given a bit of urgency when it comes to collecting new cards, rather than having to wait for that elusive Pool 3 that could take months to obtain due to the progression system. Collector's tokens, brand new currency. There are two facets in this upcoming update that you should prepare for one way or the other. We've got a table for these down in the guide here, which we'll happily show off really quick. You're going to be getting some free ones. Free collector's tokens are upcoming for you. I think I don't have this saved, unfortunately, in another image, so we will have to do it on the website. You can tell I'm very, very good at my job. So, if you are looking to see how many collector's tokens you will be getting for free, we've got a table for you in the article here. If you are currently between 0 and 499 collector's level, you will receive 3,000 collector's tokens once you reach collector level 500. They'll be waiting for you when you get there. If you are in between 500 and 999, you'll be getting yourself 3,000 collector's tokens at the time. CL 1000 to 3000 will all get 6,000 tokens. Now that's the big reason that you want to be chasing your way up to CL 1000 if you can in this interval. It will score you double the amount of collector's tokens for free when you get there. If you are above CL 3000, you'll be receiving 12,000 collector's tokens for free when this all begins, which is fantastic news, and we're very much excited to see how this one plays out. So, what do you do with those tokens? Well, people don't necessarily know what's worth what, but we do on this table down below here. You'll see a Series 3 card, so a Pool 3 card. If you want to freeze it in your token shop and guarantee that you get it, will cost you just 1,000 tokens. So everyone who is not all the way through Pool 3 yet will be getting 3 free cards regardless of where you are on your collection level track. As soon as you reach CL 500, you'll be able to freeze them, start unlocking them, and grabbing all that goodness for you over there. If you're looking for Series 4 cards, which we're going to be showing off for you in just a moment, they'll cost you 3,000 tokens each, so you can expect to see exactly that if you are looking for those. Ultimate variants are a brand new rarity of variant card that is available in the token shop on 2 cards exactly when this patch drops. They all cost 5,000 tokens each, and we'll be showing you the artwork for those in just a few moments. And Series 5 cards, if you're looking to unlock any of those with your collector's tokens, will cost you a chunky 6,000 tokens per card. Very, very rare stuff in that capacity, so do keep that one in mind. If you are interested in the drop rates on this particular stuff, we do have that available for you here as well. Let me take a cheeky peek at this one and bring it up. Sadly, can't make this one any bigger as it is really small and concise. But these collector's tokens are, of course, appearing in caches. Something you want to keep in mind as you go forward and how things are going to evolve in that capacity. The main difference between Series 4 and Series 5 that aren't the same as Series 3 is you will be able to open these cards in collector's caches and have them in the token shop even if you haven't completed Series 3. So unlike that pool where you can only get access to it after everything has been collected before it, you can find these regardless of where you are on your journey. However, they are very, very rare, and you should keep that in mind. Series 4 cards will drop in both at a frequency of 2.5%, and Series 5 cards will drop at a startlingly low 0.25% of the time will they turn up in these caches. So those Series 5 cards, they're going to be really rare. If you want them, I would lock them in your token shop and make sure you're able to pick them up as soon as you possibly can. Honestly, super exciting to see this update. I'm very excited to see what comes of it all around, because, well, new ways to collect cards is definitely my cup of tea. If you're not sure whether or not you'll be able to make it to the next breakpoint of collector's tokens, thankfully there has been a breakdown of this available as well over on Twitter. I'll give credit where credit's due. Bear with me while I click some buttons and switch some stuff over. There we go. So this one, credit for this goes to Twitter user Trey, also known as @Cabled, if you want to go give them credit for this. If you were curious about trying to reach the next token threshold before the new Marvel Snap update, per Brode, the update will happen before the new season reset, so you can make a good assumption that the update will be in 6 to 7 days maybe, and this is operating on that premise. So you can use this graph here to show you exactly where, if you did everything you possibly could without spending any money, how many collector levels you would be able to get, and also the beneficial levels gained if you were to spend $100 every few days. So you're looking at 6 days would be 321 collector levels, and 7 days would be 370 collector levels, everything going to plan. So if you were hoping to make it from CL 800 up to 1000, you can definitely do it, but this should give you an idea of how many of your weeklies, how many of your golds needs to be spent on buying credits, how many missions you need to finish, making sure you collect those 53 credits, all that kind of stuff to make sure you get there in time before that flips over. Talking about things now that are a little more exciting for folks that are already through Series 3, looking for new cards and looking for new things to collect. First of all, we have these Ultimate variants we were talking about just a few moments ago. Now, these are very, very cool. The first one, Ghost Rider. Look at the art on this card. This thing is phenomenal, and I really want to pick it up in the store myself. There are 2 Ultimate variant cards. We're told they will be having a roughly 6.25% appearance rate in the token shop, and will cost 5,000 collector's tokens to get your hand on if you want them. So these should be the rarest of the rare variants for existing cards. This one is for Ghost Rider. The second one here is for Namor, which is also a fantastic piece of art and well worth collecting if you are an avid collector of the game. This kind of brings us to our next point, I suppose. If you've climbed as much collection level as possible in the time provided to reach the next tier of free collector's tokens, you want to make sure you're doing that. You can bank up to 5,000 credits, so if you can have more space to bank them, want to save upgrading cards until after the patch, bank up to 5,000. That is the maximum you're allowed to use in order to upgrade your cards, increase your collection level, and open brand new caches and reserves for collector's tokens instead of boosters. The loot tables have been adjusted accordingly, as we expected in our previous video about how that's all going to work. Very much a case of boosters out, collector's tokens in, really as clean cut and obvious as that. However, do not be fooled into thinking holding on to your collector's caches is worthwhile. Your contents are assigned to you at collection, so when you earn them, the content is already predetermined. If you keep them sealed, they will probably still have boosters in them if they were going to anyway. You will not be getting yourself any free collector's tokens by holding on to caches and using them or opening them up later on, so please do keep that one in mind. Okay, moving on to new cards and a brand new metagame. We've got 16 new cards coming to us in Marvel Snap that had been previously data mined, so we knew they existed, but they have been confirmed to be dropping in Series 4 and Series 5. 10 of them are in Series 4 and are referred to as rare, and 6 of them are in Series 5, referred to as ultra rare. Currently, these are 3 series of cards that players can open according to their collection level. Speaking of which, it looks like the official terminology is series, as we've mentioned many, many times over the course of the guide now. So, we're going to take a look at these cards in full. I'm not going to turn around and be like, hey, we have all the card text available. I'm just going to bring them up on screen on the website real quick to walk you through what is what and where. And if you want more details, want to go click the cards, add them to your collection manager, start building decks with them even, you can now do so over on the Marvel Snap Zone website. So the cards in pool 4, we have Luke Cage here, She-Hulk, Titania, Absorbing Man, Maria Hill, Agent Coulson, the Helicarrier, M'Baku, Atuma, tried that one too quickly, and Orca. So these 10 cards available for you there. All their abilities are available on screen if you're particularly interested in any of them in particular. Or you can just pop on over to the article in the description box below and grab them all as well. So these will be the 10 cards you're expecting to find yourself with in Series 4. That's going to take some getting used to. I keep going to say pool. And however, pool 5, Series 5, fewer cards, just 6 of them, but also some add-ons to one of them, and possibly the most exciting card to be added into the game. Galactus and Thanos have been able to be randomly generated for a while now. They are both joining us in Series 5 as some of the rarest of the rare cards. Valkyrie, Super Skrull, Shuri, and Bast are the other 4. Of course, Thanos here joined by his stones, his Infinity Stones. They will be put into the deck, shuffle all 6 of them into the deck if he's in your deck at the start of the game. Each of them have powerful on-reveal effects that are all unique and pay off each other. Mostly the Power Stone, who will give Thanos plus 10 if you've played all 6 stones over the start of the game. So very much a build-around. You're going to be looking to utilize Thanos there, and we showcase all the stones in the article here as well, alongside all 6 of the Series 5 cards. Really exciting stuff. Honestly, just can't... I can't put it into words. Like, I really want to get my hands on some of these, just get brewing, start writing articles, start experimenting and seeing what's up. So keep your eyes open for our reviews of these cards. We have some deck theory crafts for some deck lists coming up. And hopefully a deck list for each of these cards coming up in a video next week. Fingers crossed, if everything goes to plan and I can get it all together. So, up next, I suppose, one more thing we should be expecting. We kind of alluded to this briefly a moment ago. Should we be expecting any balance changes coming up over the course of this patch as it drops? The short answer is yes. For over a month, we've not had any buffs or nerfs, so we've been looking forward to seeing what changes very soon, since things have been fine-tuned in the closed beta, but nothing really since. So we've published a series of decks from Pool 3 in the past to help kind of walk people up to this point, and now we're expecting to have to update those as the meta evolves. So expect a card rebalance with this patch. Could possibly just be alluding to other things here, not so much balance changes, but that seems like it would be a bit ambiguous. So Stephen here in the official Marvel Snap Discord suggesting that you should be expecting balance changes to come with this update. Last but not least, we'll talk briefly about the old Silver Surfer here real quick. The next season is scheduled to start on December 5th, 2022, called the Power Cosmic, and along with it comes the new premium season pass card, Silver Surfer. This one will be giving 3 power to all of your 3-cost cards. So, if you've not ranked up before, you've not gone into a new season, it's worth knowing that you will drop down 3 sets of ranks from your current rank. So, for example, if you end the season on rank 79, it will drop you all the way down to rank 40, not to rank 49. So it's careful and important to get yourself to an interval of 10 to make your way down back to a reasonable starting point for the start of next season. If you are way above infinity, you will drop yourself down to 70 regardless of where you might be. From Black Panther onwards, these series pass cards are now going to be added to season series pool entity 5. It's going to take a while to get used to that once the season ends. And they're going to be a little hard to get for a while, so purchasing it as a season pass card is definitely maybe worth a little bit more than before. Miles Morales will be the last season pass card added to Series 3. We do expect there to be a good chance that these are the cards that get moved down in rarity, that were previously alluded to by the guys at Second Dinner when they talk about moving cards from Series to Series, and we expect these to probably still end up in Series 3 2 months after they release, much like they did before, but that of course, all speculation. All we know for now is they will be added to Series 5 as soon as they leave the Battle Pass eligibility. That should be everything. This should be a nice cover of everything you are expecting to see as this patch drops. So one final time, in case you happened to miss it. What are we expecting you to do in this interval? What you should be doing with your time if you've got the ability to? Really simple stuff. Try and reach collector level 1000 or 3000 if you haven't done so already. It's going to score you the largest amount of free collector's tokens. Save up those 5000 credits to make sure you can upgrade your cards and open a bunch of caches on patch day. There will be 16 cards coming in pool and or series and or entity 4 and 5. There will almost certainly be some card nerfs and buffs when it lands, and this new season starts on the December 5th. And will feature Silver Surfer. Expect this patch to drop before that season happens. That's been everything for this preparation guide for the Power Cosmic. If you've liked this, please consider subscribing to the channel. I really appreciate it if you do. It helps us keep doing what we're doing over here at Marvel Snap Zone. If you've got any other comments, you want to come and join us in the community Discord server with thousands of other Marvel Snap players, find that in the description box down below as well. Last but not least, if you enjoy live content, I am live tonight on the Marvel Snap Zone YouTube channel with a little bit more fun, jamming some decks on the ladder, ranking up, having a good time, and maybe even doing a little bit of theory crafting with these cards. But at the very least, you can come and talk to me about them and we can bounce ideas and just have a good time. So if you fancy joining me at about 6:30 PM GMT, by all means, swing by the Marvel Snap Zone YouTube channel and come and say hi. Hopefully, I will see you there. But until next time, I have been HowlingMines, you have been amazing, and this has been Marvel Snap Zone. Take care. Have a good one.